Ma'am, we are live.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon. Today we are on the second session of the diet sessions which we have planned at Chandray. These sessions are going to be on every third Saturday of the month and basically in correlation to the diet aspects and any medical condition. As you all know, April 7th was a World Health Day, and keeping that point in view, this month I chose to discuss the topic the role of food habits in intestinal permeability and the microbiomes. And in particular, I want to kind of concentrate on rheumatic disease as I am kind of working with Chandray. I thought this point of discussion will be very helpful. And as you all know, gut is something which is kind of have to be kept well if at all we need to have a good health. The gut strength kind of helps you to keep every metabolic conditions better. If your gut permeability is disturbed, you are welcoming any kind of medical conditions. So today in particular we are going to kind of discuss about the role in the gut joint axis that from by with me. And going forward, yeah, one second, the slides are not moving. Okay, yeah. um, Akhil, are you able to see my slides in full view?
No, ma'am, that one Microsoft thing is coming.
Yeah, so,
Okay. It's not, no,
okay, one second, now it should be. I'll stop sharing it. Just give me a minute, one
yes,
second.
ma'am. Yeah.
I think that is not hiding at all, going off. That's kind of stuck, Akhil.
1 minute, ma'am. I will come back.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm. Yes. I think, no, the same concern came up again. One second, sorry. Okay, I'm very sorry about the technical glitch. Okay, so some technical issues were there. Okay, so let me start again. Okay, so I think gut microbiome plays a very important role whenever we are talking about the rheumatic conditions. And as informed earlier, sorry, this just kept me a little. Okay, fine. Yes. I'm sorry for that. Yes. I think still not. Yeah. Yeah. So whenever we talk about gut, the very important thing is the gut disturbs whenever your microbes in your gut is not balanced well, and which leads to the inflammation pathway. And as we all know, gut comprises of the microbiomes and the gut lining, and it directly influences the joint inflammation in the rheumatoid arthritis. And our gut usually contains trillions of bacteria, that is the microbiomes, and these bacteria, what happens is it trains and regulates the immunity. Whenever it is disturbed, the immune system becomes overactive and it attacks the joints, and because of which we are susceptible to any kind of inflammations. And how it matters from the dietary perspective is rheumatic disease, as you know, it's a systemic inflammatory disorder, and diet directly influences the gut microbiomes, and because of which you have the inflammations, and this inflammation arises because of the immunity being susceptible here. And what causes arthritis is the bacteria Provetella copri. Basically, there is an inflammation because of this. And in SLE conditions, you have the ruminococcus, which kind of triggers the immune activations. And because of these two bacteria, okay, becoming predominant in your gut, there will be a dysbiosis. Dysbiosis basically means you have an imbalance in the good bacteria in your gut, and because of which the gut permeability goes very bad, and often these disturbs your joint functions. And basically, as you all know, the joint functions are very good with the synovial fluid being intact, that provides the lubrication. In case you develop this inflammation, the lubrication of the joints is affected because of the bacteria being predominant, which is harming the joint functions. That's the and how does this happen? I will be talking in further slides. And as you see in the pictorial form here, you can kind of view many things. One is the during what leads to dysbiosis is, one is your gastrointestinal infections, okay, by including a lot of simple sugars and refined foods, processed foods, and sometimes alcohol abuse also, and cosmetics to certain extents, and then chronic stress, again that is also a concern, and certain medications which you kind of take yourself, self medications, or popping in tablets for I think every condition without the concern of the doctor or the advice, and frequent use of antibiotic also kind of creates this dysbiosis. So it's very important that whenever you're kind of going for any kind of medications, it's very important you take the prescription and then go, even for your simple fever or allergy medicines, because it creates a lot of dysbiosis, that is an imbalance in your gut. And healthy gut always will have a diverse microbiomes, which keeps you away from any kind of illness. And dysbiosis, as you know, with rheumatoid orthopedic conditions, it's the rheumatoid arthritis, SLE is the common thing that we have seen, and it is influenced by three things. One is your diet and antibiotics use, and certain times the lifestyle issues as well. What is intestinal permeability? Okay, so when you have a leaky gut, you will have a weakened intestinal barrier. So what happens? Okay, you are kind of allowing all the toxins to settle down, and the bacterial fragments also happen, and which leads to systemic inflammation. As you see in the picture, there is a normal tight junction when it is like the gut is good, means you are having a better gut function, the absorption factors, everything, the good bacteria in the gut is good. when you have a leaky gut, okay, the good bacteria are destroyed easily and the unhealthy bacteria are predominantly growing, and it keeps the gut leaky and there is a lot of inflammation, and because of which it you can correlate easily to a sieve which is kind of having a hole, probably a coffee filter if it has got a hole, or a water hose pipe, okay, if it has like I think holes in between, okay, you have the water leaking from the other points also apart from the hose pipe. So the same way your gut also will start kind of having those inflammations when you have more of unhealthy bacteria in your gut. So it's very important that you keep your gut strength better. That is the first important thing. How do we manage this from the dietary aspect is fiber that promotes prebiotics. Generally fibers are available in all your fruits and vegetables, and they're very good source of prebiotics. Prebiotics kind of help you to form the good bacteria in your gut, so that including adequate fruits and vegetables are very important, and by having the fiber availability you are also enriching your polyphenol contents which is available from the fruits and vegetables. And omega-3 fatty acids is very essential. Predominantly you find this in certain varieties of fishes, and then you get them again from flax seeds too and walnuts, and probably on the fish variety it will be the salmon, sardines, mackerel, those kind of fishes. Again, the frequency and customizing to your medical condition is very important. And I would not say limit, but avoid ultra processed foods, excess sugar, saturated fats, depending on the frequency how you have been including it now. And there are a lot of studies generally to say that Mediterranean diet shows anti-inflammatory effects in rheumatoid arthritis in common. And foods that support the gut barrier are, first thing is going to be your fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, okay, or like the idli dosa batters, infused waters. All this kind of helps you to kind of keep your gut better. And how it makes you is by getting the prebiotics, that is forming the good bacteria in your gut. And apart from that, garlic, onion, banana are also good sources. And apart from that, anti-inflammatory sources like the green tea and turmeric are also good. But these does not mean that, okay, diet alone does not mean it's going to be kind of curing your condition. Okay, it is just an adjunct therapy to kind of build your gut strength and kind of subside the inflammation levels. And food generally that may worsen the symptoms even if after arthritis attack, if you're continuing to have your ultra processed foods, high sugary diets, excess alcohol, and sometimes you would be sensitive to certain foods like the gluten allergy or the lactose intolerance. In case you're not respecting your body and you're kind of continuing to have these kind of foods which will worsen your symptoms, you will be kind of increasing the inflammations much more and worsening the joint stability. So it's very important that, okay, respect your body whenever you have any kind of inflammations, and I think treat them accordingly. And I think it's a holistic approach that you would be requiring for all of them together. It's not that one supports all. It's like you will be kind of going for a personalized sessions with your dietitian for like what suits you better and what kind of modification is required based on your medical conditions and your activity levels. Never follow general guidelines, okay, because certain times it can trigger certain inflammations too, depending on the other comorbidities that you will be having. And the general rule that has to be followed is the elimination trials whenever it's required based on your medical condition. Anti-inflammatory diet plans in general, okay, suits the arthritis condition to improve your gut strength, and gradual increase in the fiber. Again, so generally whenever you say increase your fiber in the diet, increase your protein availability in the diet, I have seen people, that drastically take it. But if you don't know the capability of your gut, what it can tolerate, again you will be having a lot of bloating issues, indigestion issues, Okay, and constipation issues, because fiber is required, but I think what type of fiber suits you, what is, should be your portion size, how to kind of club it, how to be taken, everything, it's very essential. That's the reason have a personalized consultation with the dietitian and then go forward with the lifestyle changes. Then always monitoring the symptoms and the inflammatory markers are also too important. And never follow anything over promising that gut healing cures. Okay, there is nothing like gut healing cures. Okay, it's always in balance that supports you better. I would like to add on the statement, certain gut bacteria can increase inflammation when they become too dominant. Our goal is not to remove them but to create a balanced gut environment through the diet. And the take home message for you today will be, gut health plays a supportive role, it's not a cure. Diet can reduce inflammation and improve your quality of life. So whenever you want a proper gut health, okay, you have to kind of look into the microbes, what is bad on your gut and how to make it better and improve the good bacteria in your gut. And then the immunity levels also play a very important role. Okay, so only when you have the proper gut strength, your immunity levels gradually pick up, and here the protein balance plays a very important role. And genetics also are certain times causing you the harm. Okay, so how to kind of fight with this, the doctor suggestions surely helps you. And then sleep is very very important. Okay, foregoing your sleep, and I think sleeping less and making sure that you exercise. Without proper sleep, you're kind of creating a lot of cortisol, which is again a stress on your body and which kind of disturbs your metabolism again. So I think adequate sleep also plays a very important role. And mental health is very important. Getting stressed out very easily, again your cortisol variation happens, because as it is a stress hormone. So keeping your mental stability and staying calm, exercising, relaxing, having that me time for yourself at least for 10 minutes every day is very important. And when it is diet, okay, it is balanced. It does not mean that you're starving yourself without eating anything. How do you balance adequately with the right type of nutrition is what diet means here. And in case you would be looking for all this support, I would suggest that do contact us on these numbers, and do log into our website www.chandrike.com. okay, it guides you directly for what is required, and we have made the process even more simple. You can also scan this QR code and it directly takes you to the app and it guides you on every step. And in January we have a weight loss program which will kind of be for 1 month and 3 months, okay, where you have like a customized and a personalized consultation with a dietitian and a yoga therapist and physiotherapist. So at one roof you can avail the opportunity of meeting the dietitian, the yoga expert and the physiotherapist for your workout expert. So all three of us will be in sync, okay, to kind of get you into a better medical health also. And when it again, to sum up on the talk today, gut is the basic thing. So respect your gut, and I think don't overfeed yourself, don't underfeed it also. It's very important that you eat right with the proper balance of food. And as Asians, I think we are used to a lot of westernized foods and ready to eat foods, packaged foods, but this was not our culture many years back. I think getting back to our Indian cultured foods plays a very important role, so that we have the right balance of the required nutrients of combination of macro and micro in your daily diet. And space out your day in such a way that you balance everything in the required way. Talking about your exercise, proper sleep routine, your food pattern, eating on time, that is also very essential. And I think at the same time, relaxation, spending adequate time for yourself in a day keeps you hygienic and healthier also. And keep following us for more talks and more sessions, and do give us a feedback on the comment, and do share us if you require any topics of discussion. We can always add on to those topics also. And do not miss joining us on every third Saturday of the month at 1:30 for this sessions on diet, from Chandray. Thank you all. Akil, do we have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I think we can log out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks a lot for
Th
your support too.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.